Hey everyone, this is Father Sean for another episode of the Couch Chat. And although we normally call it the Couch Chat, today it might actually be the Chair Chat because, well, since we're doing the renovation down at Immaculate Conception, my normal couch is, there's hammers banging and saws sawing, so I found a chair. So today might be just the Chair Chat. So one of the things, if you were at St. Lawrence and Immaculate Conception this past weekend, so would that be like July 8th and 9th or 9th? Yeah, 8th and 9th, that Deacon Jeff Little preached at the Sunday Masses and Saturday evening Mass. So grateful. He did a great job. So humble, so faithful, so energetic to spread the good news of Jesus Christ. And so that'll be something that'll be happening in the next few months. And so Deacon Jeff Little is in class right now to get permission to regularly preach Sunday Mass. So when permanent deacons are ordained, so he was ordained April of 2022, they can preside at weddings and baptisms and funerals and benediction of the Blessed Sacrament and do all sorts of, teaching and all those different things that our deacons so generously do. But one of the things, the policy in our archdiocese is that the permanent deacons have to take an extra class to get permission to preach at Sunday Mass. So Deacon Jeff is currently in that class right now and will be through, I think, March of next year. And so about once a month he'll preach, and part of that is he'll get feedback from people. He'll kind of give a dry run in his class of the homily. So that's just things will be coming the next few months. So grateful to have him taking the time to get permission to preach at Sunday Mass and to share in the goodness of Jesus Christ with us. All of our deacons, Deacon Terry, Deacon Rick, and Deacon Nick have their permission to preach at Sunday Mass. And we really have a great group of deacons. And it was about maybe a year and maybe a little bit more ago that our deacons decided that they wanted to get to know people at all four parishes. So they started rotating through the 6 masses in our parishes. So it's been a great opportunity for them to get to know more people, more than just the parish that they maybe grew up going to or had gone to for decades. And I think it's been a great blessing for myself to know that our deacons are really, really quite versatile. It's been a blessing for our parishioners to get to meet the different deacons, to get to know them a little bit more, especially when they preach. You kind of get a window into somebody's life when they share what's important to them. And I'm so grateful for the group of deacons that we have. Every now and then priests and deacons don't get along in the parish for whatever. Maybe you'll hear things like the deacon will say, the pastor never lets me do anything, or the priests are, a bit tyrants or whatever. And every now and then you'll hear a priest say, oh my gosh, my deacon's giving me a headache right now. And that is not the case in our parishes. I always feel so blessed for the 4 deacons that we have. They're always so generous, so humble, and so good-natured, right? They're always good to have a laugh or good to joke about something. But when the time comes, they're incredibly, incredibly helpful. So it's just an absolute blessing to have these deacons serving our 4 parishes. Recently, one of our deacons was telling me that they were at a kind of area deacons meeting. I think a couple times a year, maybe it's quarterly, the deacons in an area get together and have a meeting. And they were kind of talking about like the groupings of parishes and how are things going in each parish. And our deacon was saying, well, I told him that, in our parishes, our deacons are rotating between parishes so they get to know everybody so they can be as helpful as possible. And that was not a popular opinion, and it was not a popular thing to do amongst the other ones who were at the meeting. And so he was saying he was a little taken aback by that. But, it is what it is. But I guess I just share that story and relating how grateful I am for our deacons and the good work that they do. Especially over the summer, we've had a number of visiting priests come in to cover while we're on vacation. And our deacons are so great when there's a visiting priest to come in to make sure they're comfortable, to make sure they know where everything is and how the Mass is normally celebrated in our parishes. So if you see one of our deacons, if you wouldn't mind thanking them for their service. The patron saint of deacons is St. Lawrence, who his feast day is on August 10th. So maybe in this next month or so, if you get a chance to say thanks to our deacons, please be sure to do so. They do such a great job, and they live a tension, right? There's this tension between being a member of the clergy, but also being a member of a family, right? And being a father and being a grandfather, some of them, and being a husband too. So they live in a tension there in two vocations, really. So just to continue to pray for them, to thank them for the good work that they do for our parishes, for the people of God, and to ask the Lord to continue to bless them, give them strength, courage, and the generous spirit that they already have. This is Father Sean with another episode of the Couch Chat. We'll talk to you later and see you next week. Hopefully you continue to have a blessed summer. Bye.